Alright, today we're going to make another favorite.
We're Denny and Dan.
Come with us as we make quick, delicious, economical meals and spend some time with our puppy dogs.
Come join us.
So today we are going to make baked steaks. I've heard of these since moving here to Ohio. I've never had them. Dan has had them growing up.
They're yummy.
They're yummy. You said that about a lot of things.
Well, like I told you, I never had steak just done in a frying pan.
Yeah.
Until, you.
Well, it's the only way I've ever had them, that or grilled. But,
I've had them grilled, but steak was always baked.
So, we're going to start with, now it calls for cubed steaks. We found a value pack of Eye of Round, and that's what we had on hand here at the house. That's just showing you, like I say in most of my videos, yeah, your recipe may say this, or some TV host or whatever may tell you, you need to use this kind of meat, okay? This is what we had. The weather outside is not exactly let's travel to the grocery store kind of weather. So we're going to use what we have here at the house. It's just the way it is sometimes. But let's start with, we're going to use a cup of flour. And you can measure it out, 1/8 of a teaspoon each of salt and pepper. I'm just going to use a healthy pinch. We're going to get this combined in here. And what we're going to do now is we're going to start dredging the steaks.
Just like Grandma used to do.
You got to get that coating on there.
She always did, like, she's making beef stew or vegetable soup, always did that with the meat too.
Yeah. Well, most of the time it's like a thickener. Give me that platter over there, babe. And it does keep the juices and everything in on the meat.
I like to put flour everywhere.
And you got to. If it doesn't look like you have flour all over the kitchen when you're doing this, then you didn't do it right. That's like them shows, or sometimes on a TV commercial, you'll see where they're trying to show you, to use this easy thing to make it look like you did a hard day's work in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady, usually it is, in the kitchen will take flour and splash it on her face to make it look like she did all that hard work.
Like you do when I come home.
Yeah. Yeah. That in there. Flour off my hand. And now we're going to move on to the next step. I can get it everywhere. I don't know what the heck you're talking about. Not as bad as I usually do.
No, you did good.
Not as bad as I usually do. We're going to come over here. We're going to take about a tablespoon of butter. into our frying pan. And I'm going to add about a tablespoon of olive oil with it. That will just help with the browning of the meat. See, this is one of them situations that if I'd have turned the pan on too early, the butter in that would have gone brown or black, and I wouldn't have had the meat ready to put into it before the butter was ready.
You just want me to wait longer to heat.
I do, because, you know...
You can preheat the oven.
Do I have to?
Well, yeah.
No.
I don't want to eat at 10 o'clock tonight.
So our butter and our oil is now ready for the meat. Gonna brown these up 3 at a time. So as that's happening, we'll be back. Our steaks have browned. Look pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Looks pretty good. So now part 2 of this is going to be, we're going to bring 2 cups of water to boil here and add our gravy mixture to it. So as we wait for the water to boil, we'll be back. Alright, so our gravy is ready to go over these steaks. I used 3/4 a cup of a packaged peppered gravy mixture. Yes, if you have it, use it. Not everybody is perfect at making gravy, and as we've all seen, the weather outside was not to the point where I was going to go and get everything I needed to make a gravy. So we just got to cover our steaks with this. If you've ever heard of these or have ever had these before, you know, leave a comment below, because like I said, I've never had them, but
We always had them with mashed potatoes.
you know, well, tonight you're getting them with rice.
Rice, rice. We had them with white rice and gravy too.
We got to be a little bit healthy at some point here.
Well, we lived this long being not healthy. And we're old.
So,
Back up.
oh, we're going to cover this with some aluminum foil. And then into a 350 oven for about, what, hour?
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half? Okay.
Till tender.
Yeah. So, we'll be back in about an hour and a half and check on these babies. So our steaks are now ready. Welcome back. I've made it wait long enough.
I know, and it smells good.
It looks really good. The oven is off there. Get a spoon here to get some of this out. Now, like I said, this is my first time. If you've had this before, you know, hey, leave a comment, you know, down below. If you've never even had this before, leave a comment, let us know. This may be your first time hearing of this as well.
Just civilized Ohio people know how to eat.
Now I put a can of mushroom soup in with the gravy, so it's a peppered gravy with mushrooms in it, and there's onions in it.
Oh, that's it.
And we're going to have it over top of rice. And I made some stuffed mushrooms there to go along with it. And now we're going to try this. It's going to be hot.
Nice and tender.
The steak is nice and tender.
That's the way
Get
it's...
some rice on there with it.
How is it? Perfect comfort food.
Oh my God.
Very good, hon.
That is really good. I still like my steaks on the grill.
I love baked steak. That's my favorite.
Hey, it's really good. Like he said, it's a good comfort food. Try this recipe. Give it a shot. Leave a comment down below if you have had this recipe. Our boys are sitting here staring at it, and they're getting hungry as well. So, for Dan, the boys, and I, hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And we hope you have a good night. And we'll see you in the next video. Have a good night.